Cademy gives you the option to link your Google or Microsoft Outlook calendars into Cademy to sync your events and courses created in Cademy in your calendar, and to also offer the ability for people to book slots in your calendar through Cademy based on your availability in your calendar. Now, let's take a look at how you set this up. To get started, you need to go into the apps section in the Cademy admin dashboard, and under calendar sync, this is the app we're looking for. You click on it and you'll be able to set up your calendars. To get started, you click on the add account option at the top right, and you choose which provider you'd like to use, whether Google or Microsoft. I'll click on Google. I'll be taken to Google's login screen, and then I'll be prompted to allow permission to access the calendar. Once you do that, you'll be redirected back into Cademy, where you can give this calendar a name. So I can say it's Adrian's work calendar. I have different calendars in that account, so I can choose which ones I want to see in here. Now, at the time of recording this, there's no option to set a default calendar to use on all your future events, but you'll see that option at the point when you set this up yourself. When I save, that's the calendar added in the list, and I can also edit or delete these calendars from here like so. Once you do this, when you create brand new events and courses in Cademy, let's say I'll create something that has specific dates and times. Example, Google Calendar test. I'll say that this runs online. I'm going to run it. I'm going to use the Zoom app that I already linked to my account. And now I'll go into the dates section and create a new date for this course. It's going to be tomorrow between 9 and 3 o'clock. Save. Now what is going to happen is, at this moment, nothing. If I go in and check my calendar, there's nothing in this just now. And that's because I need to go in and enable calendar sync for this course. So I can go into the calendar sync settings and choose this calendar to sync to. So if I save, then any future dates I have on this course and any new dates that I add that are happening in the future will automatically be pushed, and you can see that the event is already here, and I have the Zoom details and I have the name and all the other details of the event in there. And if I was to add in another date into my account here on Cademy, this one will automatically be synced into my calendar. So if I give it a quick second, there you go, it's appeared here. Any changes you make to your event or to any of the dates will automatically be synced across into your calendar, and that'll make it very easy for you to keep track of your calendar in general. Now, give it a couple of minutes and that should sync over and update the calendar names, event names here as well. As you can see, it's already done that. Now, in addition to this, what we're going to sync is the number of attendees or number of people that have booked the course, and you'll see that in brackets on every calendar event. So as more and more people book, you'd be able to see in your calendar directly how many people booked and how many spaces you have available for these courses. So this is for a course that has dates that you add into the calendar yourself. Another thing that the calendar sync functionality allows you to do is to offer on request courses, or the ability for people to book a slot with you on request based on your calendar availability. So how does that work? I'm going to go in and set up a brand new course. I'm going to say it's on request. So I'm going to call it example one-to-one meeting. I'm going to choose the keyword to use is going to be meeting. I'm going to choose pricing and delivery. And this is where I can configure how this should be able to run. I can set a duration. Let's say it's 30 minutes. I can add multiple durations and the customer will be able to choose which one they want. And I can give options for the customer to choose, again, how they want this to be delivered. So I'm going to choose to allow the customer to choose online and in person, but only for them to come to my office, essentially, to meet me. Now, this is where the part about the calendar comes in. At the very bottom, you'll see the option to choose how people can book a time with you. And by default, it's set to be on any date. There's no restriction. But you can restrict it based on your calendar availability by choosing this option here. Next, you'll be able to choose which of the calendars you want to use to check for availability and set more general guidelines of when you want people to be able to book or not. So I can enable it on Saturdays, for example, between 9 and 10. And that's going to add another day into my list of available dates. Next, I can choose which calendar I want to use to create new meetings in. So that's going to be the author of these calendar invites for any new meeting that gets created in my calendar. And that's pretty much it. When I publish and view the course, let's go into this and view the course as a customer. If I click to book, you'll see that when I choose the option to go for the calendar, I can now choose a slot, and this is going to be based on which times are available in the calendar that I'm choosing here. So in this case, on Saturday, we can see that only 3 o'clock to onwards is kind of available, because up until 3 o'clock, I have this big event that's blocking the availability. So the customer can choose, for example, 4 o'clock. They can go through and type in a message. They can enter their contact details, and they'll get a confirmation message as well as a calendar invite with the Zoom link already on it. So in this case, they've chosen to run it through Zoom, and we have the Zoom app installed, and you can see that it's added the event in my calendar. It's invited the customer as well onto it, and we'll have all the details we need directly on the calendar event. Okay, so this is how the calendar event functionality, calendar sync works. It's still a new feature, so we're open for feedback. Please don't hesitate to message us if you have any questions at all. We're always happy to hear from you. Okay, take care.